Hello friends. I am back again. I want all those who watch me to support me to reach 1,000 subscribers, so that I can continue publishing more videos and modern and useful products for you. I do not want to take long with you today. I have created my own website. You will find the link in the video description. On this site you will find all the products that I publish and talk about them. Before I start today's video, do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button to receive everything new and share the video with friends. Kodak has been doing well recently with its affordable fixed-lens digital cameras. Earlier we reviewed its compact point-and-shoot cameras, which are at the top of many top-selling camera lists, but their super zooms are also doing almost as well in the US. Launched in December 2022, Kodak Pixpro AZ425 is a 20.0 MP small sensor super zoom camera with a 1/2.3, 6.17 by 4.55 mm sized CMOS sensor, built-in image stabilization, and 42.0x zoom 24 to 1008 mm f3.0-6.8 lens. Now let's get into more details of our Kodak AZ425 review by analyzing its specs and features and listing out its pros and cons compared to average competitor cameras in its class. Remarkably light camera for its class. Even better, with a thickness of only 84 mm, it is also quite small, 18 mm thinner than the average of its class. Kodak AZ425 weighs 444 g and has external dimensions of 112.7 by 81.6 by 84.4 mm, considering that the average weight of DSLR-like type cameras is 587 g. Kodak AZ425 is A. In order to give you a better idea about the real-life size of Kodak AZ425, we have added an image of how it looks next to a credit card and an AA-type battery. Below you can find the comparison of the weight and thickness of Kodak AZ425 with its main competitors. Kodak AZ425 doesn't have any environmental sealings on its body, so you got to be extra careful to protect it against water and dust. If you shoot under these conditions very often, consider checking top bridge cameras with weather sealing page. Kodak AZ425 features a 24 to 1008 mm f3.0-6.842x zoom lens. This camera offers exceptional wide-angle capacity thanks to 24 mm focal length on the wide end and remarkable super telephoto reach at 1008 mm. With a max aperture of f3.00 at 24 mm, we cannot consider this lens fast on wide end, and it is slow at the tele end with its max aperture of f6.80. Kodak AZ425 has a 20.0 MP 1/2.3, 6.17 by 4.55 mm sized CMOS sensor. You can shoot at maximum resolution of 5184 by 3888 pixels with aspect ratios of 4:3, 3:2 and 16:9. AZ425 has a native ISO range of 100 to 3200, but unfortunately, Kodak AZ425 doesn't have RAW file support. If you need a DSLR-like camera with a RAW support, consider we're in the same price range. Kodak AZ425 is not the highest resolution small sensor camera. Canon SX740HS with its 21.0 MP sensor is leading in this class. Check the comparison of Kodak AZ425 versus Canon SX740HS or take a look at highest resolution bridge cameras list. Let's look at how the size of the Kodak AZ425's 1/2.3 sensor compares with other standard sensor sizes. Kodak AZ425 has a fixed type 3.00-inch LCD screen with a resolution of 460K dots. Both the screen size and the screen resolution is up to the standards of this class. Unfortunately, Kodak Pixpro AZ425 doesn't have a selfie-friendly screen. If this feature is important for your shooting style, check here the list of best bridge cameras with selfie-friendly LCD screen. AZ425 doesn't have a viewfinder and no option for external viewfinder. Lack of a viewfinder can be problematic, especially under strong light where visibility of LCD screens goes down dramatically. If you need a bridge camera with a built-in viewfinder in a similar price range, consider Sony CyberShot DSC RX10, compare, or Panasonic Lumix DMC FZ300, compare. Kodak AZ425 has a USB 2.0, 480 megabits per second, port to connect your camera to other devices. Kodak AZ425 battery. Kodak AZ425 is powered by LB060 battery, which provides a battery life of 240 shots according to SEPA standards. Considering that the average battery life of DSLR-like type cameras is 349 shots, Kodak AZ425 has a short battery life for its class, so we strongly recommend AZ425 owners to invest in some extra batteries. With Kodak AZ425, you can record your videos at a highest resolution of 1920 by 1080 at 30p FPS and save in and MPEG-4 formats. Full HD resolution of Kodak AZ425 will be adequate in most of the situations. But if you are after the highest resolution videos available, see our list of top cameras with 4K, Ultra HD, video. High-speed video. AZ425 features a high-speed mode where it captures videos at 120 frames per second, which helps to create slow-motion videos. If you shoot a video at a frame rate of 120 frames per second and play it back at 24 frames per second, the video will be 5x slower and longer than normal. Microphones, speaker, and headphone connections. Kodak PixPro AZ425 has a built-in stereo microphone and a mono speaker. On the other hand, Kodak AZ425 doesn't have any connections for external microphones and headphones. If you need a DSLR-like camera with external microphone connectivity, consider or in a similar price range. In this section, we review and score Kodak AZ425 in 5 different photography areas. Kodak AZ425 for portrait photography. Kodak AZ425 has a score of 32 for portrait photography, which makes it a poor candidate for this type of photography. If portrait, we strongly recommend you to check our top bridge cameras for portrait photography list and consider these alternatives over the AZ425. Kodak AZ425 for street photography. Kodak AZ425 has a score of 55 for street photography, which makes it an average candidate for this type of photography. If street is important for you, we recommend you to check our top bridge cameras for street photography list. Kodak AZ425 for sports photography. Kodak AZ425 has a score of 28 for sports photography, which makes it a poor candidate for this type of photography. If sports, we strongly recommend you to check our top bridge cameras for sports photography list and consider these alternatives over the AZ425. Kodak AZ425 for daily photography. Kodak AZ425 has a score of 50 for daily photography, which makes it an average candidate for this type of photography. If daily is important for you, we recommend you to check our top bridge cameras for daily photography list. Kodak AZ425 for landscape photography. Kodak AZ425 has a score of 24 for landscape photography, which makes it a poor candidate for this type of photography. If landscape, we strongly recommend you to check our top bridge cameras for landscape photography list and consider these alternatives over the AZ425.